Hello and welcome to the late night edition with me, Ayushman Singh Jamwal. On the bulletin, lots of stories to get to, ladies and gentlemen, primarily on the international front. And breaking news coming in from the United States, where the immigration crackdown continues from the newly sworn-in Trump administration, which has cancelled travel plans for refugees who have already been cleared to resettle in the United States. These include nearly 1,600 Afghans cleared by the US government to resettle, including family members of active duty US military personnel. Donald Trump has ordered the suspension of the US refugee programs. The cleared refugees include unaccompanied minors awaiting reunification with their families in the United States, as well as Afghans at risk of Taliban retribution because they fought for the former US-backed Afghan government. That is the big piece of news that's coming in, where Donald Trump, cracking down on the immigration system across the United States, has now suspended the refugee status orders of several people who are waiting to be settled in the United States. I'm joined by my colleague Siddhant Mishra on the broadcast. Siddhant, a sweeping order coming in from Donald Trump. No exceptions when it comes to his immigration crackdown, but this is hurting a lot of the people who have sided with the United States in international theaters.
Well, absolutely, Ayushman. Look, Ayushman, these were some of the promises which Trump made in the run-up to the elections. In fact, his supporters have voted for him in 2017, 2020, and even this time, only so that he could do a crackdown on the illegal immigrants, and also perhaps to shape up the existing immigration policy of America, so that it can benefit Americans more than the people coming to America to work. And so there are various aspects to it. And since it's the second day of Trump in office, he wants to be seen in action, because he made tall promises. So he cannot touch each and every aspect of the immigration policy, given there is also a lot of pressure from the tech bros and business lobby when it comes to the H-1B visas. But when it comes to the deportation, when it comes to cancelling the refugee status, or when it comes to birthright citizenship, perhaps these are some of the major decisions that Trump has taken in last 24 hours. That the one that you are explaining just now, that the refugee status of people have been cancelled, those who were preparing to settle down in the US, perhaps is in that series only. First, Trump started by signing executive order to cancel birthright citizenship. Then we heard about the mass deportation. In fact, there's a list of more than 17,000 people who are said to be Indians. India is yet to verify whether they are Indians or not. And now we are hearing that the refugee statuses have been cancelled. So these are some of the promises that Trump made, that he's going to shape up the immigration policy. He was always critical of American immigration policy, especially the way the policies were executed during Biden's regime. So he wanted to be seen in action in the first few days of his administration, and that is exactly what his administration is doing, from signing executive orders to cancelling the refugee status to deporting people. So that his voters, his traditional voters, are satisfied. And perhaps they should be they should be happy about it, because they have been supporting him since 2017.